Linda Bartsch is here from the Roost Company, taking your calls at 270-9933 on the last day of winter.
Appropriate, huh?
Look at these flowers. It's stunning.
Isn't this a nice array? I mean, our garden center really is very attractive. So you can just stop out and enjoy the wonderful oxygen from all the plants. I brought some cute little daisies and then this wonderful hibiscus you were commenting on, of course.
Beautiful.
The pussy willow in honor of spring, and we have some absolutely gorgeous orchids right now. The flowers are huge. Yeah. And then foxglove.
All right. Not yet. They're all going to stay inside for now.
Yes.
Even it might get cold again.
Yes, it might.
Who knows? Jerry in Deerfield starts things off today. Jerry, what's your question?
My question is, I've got a large mum plant outside, and I'd like to know when I should cut that off.
Okay. Well, no, when you say cut that off, do you mean the dead portions of it?
Yeah, the top portion.
The weather has been such that I think you're probably past any real bad conditions that we're going to have, and the dead section certainly can be gone, because what's happening is plants are really starting to grow. I don't believe how daffodils have just popped and are blooming in just a few days. I saw a magnolia in bloom. That defies all of our typicals. So get the old growth out of the way, and then mums, the good thing about those is you should also pinch them back after the new growth begins. Right, pinch them back, because then they'll get denser and you'll have more flowers.
All right, we'll go to Joyce now in Watertown. Hi, Joyce.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
I have a question regarding my knockout roses. Every other year at this time, the stems are all dead and they're dark. I just cut them down and a new growth comes. Well, this year, because of the easy winter, the stems are all green and they're starting to bud out. Should I just ignore them, or should I still cut them back somewhat?
No, the knockouts, what will happen is they'll actually flower earlier that way. As long as they survive, I usually wait till I see growth on the roses and then cut them back appropriately. And after this last winter, you'll just have flowers earlier.
So if there's green, don't cut them back.
That's right.
All right, let's go now to Neela in Dodgeville. Hi.
It's Nyla.
Nyla, okay, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I have a question about asparagus bed. I have lots of weeds and grass that grow up through it. What can I put on it?
All right, now, see, you have to be careful, because, again, I think asparagus are going to be coming earlier than normal. If you have an area that's weedy and you don't see any sign of asparagus, you could use a Roundup product, but you have to make sure that there isn't any asparagus growing, because Roundup is a contact killer. Otherwise, the safest thing to do is to dig that grass out of there and then keep it under control by mulching it. That's a safer way.
All the rules are sort of being broken this year.
Yes, they are. Let's watch and learn.
Sylvia in Madison. Hi, Sylvia. What's your question?
Hi. I just did some renewal pruning on my lilacs and took out some of the old limbs. But I'd like to know if I could take some of those shoots off that have green leaves on them now, or just starting to break out into leaves, and put them in rooting powder and see if they would grow roots.
Oh, all right. Well, you're not going to have luck rooting them in water, but you could put a rooting compound and put them into a soil mix. It's a lighter soil mix than typical, but if you, I think that they do develop roots on green tissue, or on old tissue is what I mean, something those tips. Nothing that has flower buds on it, though, because that won't develop roots easily. And
should be fertilizing going on the lawn now, or is it too early? I mean, the lawn's starting to grow.
People are starting to buy pre-emergent, and forsythia are in bloom. So that is an indication that we're going to have, putting down pre-emergent is not too early. The problem is that pre-emergent only lasts so long to prevent crabgrass seed. But if the soil is warm enough, yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's a strange year all around. All right, if you're on the line, stay there. Linda will take your calls off here. We'll see you next week.
Okay, very good.
And we'll see you right after the break with a final check your forecast.